James Ernest and Alex Gray of the Grueling Truth Radio Network here with our guest.
Ben Rhodes, the driver of the number 27 Toyota for Thor Sport Racing in the Camping World Truck Series.
So tell us about last night. I hear you were winning the first round, and then unfortunately the second ended up spinning out.
Yeah, so the first stage we ended up winning that and had some crazy restarts to get up to the front. Unfortunately, everybody was on a different strategy, so once we came in and pitted, we had no chance of getting back up to first. I think we restarted 13th or maybe even 13th or 15th. So it just made it really difficult to try to get back up through the pack. We had a really big run going, but once I had that run coming off of turn 2, I had to do something with it. So I'll go down into turn 3. 3 wide, I was on the bottom, had good position, but the guys on the outside started coming down really quickly. And so I started trying to back out at the last second. We were still full throttle at this point, and they turned left pretty abruptly, hit my right front tire, and just sent me sideways immediately without a chance to save it. And that sent me right into the outside wall. Just tough racing, and they were 4 wide in front of me. I know we could have made it work because we were definitely going slow enough. We had to pedal it pretty good getting into that corner because of the guys in front of us. So the speed wasn't an issue. It was more or less the room. The guys on the outside just started coming down a little too early. But ultimately, I guess it's my fault because I was down there running on the bottom, and I probably should have been a little more patient. But it all comes down to the driver, where they put their stuff, and surviving the race.
I've heard that from other drivers, being in the lower lane in Kentucky Speedway is a little rough, especially with like turn 3. Tell us your thoughts on turn 3 now that they've repaved it.
Yeah, I like turn 3. It's definitely a really challenging corner, most challenging at the racetrack. The biggest thing is that you go into turn 3 and it's so flat. The banking on the exit of the corner is what kind of catches you. You have to slide up to the exit and let the banking catch you by the wall. If that wasn't there, then it'd be even tougher. Turn 3 is by far the toughest corner at this racetrack. 1 and 2 in the Truck Series, you can at least be wide open. So turn 3 determines your speed all the way around the racetrack.
What's your thoughts on the King's birthday? What you gonna get him?
King's birthday it's pretty awesome. 80 years old is a big milestone, and to say that I'll be celebrating it with him is pretty cool. I can't tell you yet because then it's not a surprise anymore.
That's
the best kind of, as Johnny Depp said, the best kind of prize is a surprise.
Nice.
Right. Well
Love it.
Yeah.
And then what's your thoughts on Junior's possible last race here at Kentucky Speedway? Because I've heard rumors he might do some periodic racing in the future.
Yeah, that's definitely sad, but he does have a team, and he definitely has the ability to get back in it anytime he wants to have some fun. So, which I think he should. It'd be kind of like Kyle Busch with his team, getting in there, checking everything, making sure that the team is heading in the right direction. He definitely has the talent to do that. So, I wish him the best of luck in his future, because if he wants to retire and that's what makes him happy, then he should do it. And he should do what makes him happy in life. So I'm happy for him as long as he's doing with what he wants. But at the same time, that opens up spots for young guys like me, and I'm excited about that. It gives other young drivers a chance to move up to the Cup Series and prove what we have.
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that? Of late, the younger guys have been stepping it up. In the last couple races, it's been the newer guys winning, and then the older guys not as much.
Yeah, you really don't see any old faces in Victory Lane a whole lot lately, and that's with Truck Series and Cup Series, Xfinity Series. And even a Cup Series, we have some young guys that are up there competing for the wins. And that's really cool to see. It gives guys like me an opportunity, a chance, and I think it puts momentum on our side.
About your team, could you tell us some of the great things that they do for you? Your pit chief, or pit chief or crew chief.
I think Thor Sport Racing's been a really good home to me this past couple years. Unfortunately, we had a fire last year, so it was tough, but it brought everybody together. We have better culture now than I think ever before, and Thor Sport Racing's just a good home. They're one of the only teams that are based out of North Carolina other than Furniture Row, and they're based out of Sandusky, Ohio, so I get to spend a lot of time up there. One of the coolest things about this team, though, is got to be the owner, Duke Thorson. He's just a really cool guy, and up in Sandusky, he's got a lot of property and cool things that he does in the community. He actually has a small hotel that my crew chief and all of us stay at while we're up there.
Nice.
So it's pretty cool that we get to spend time together the way that we do because of his efforts.
So it's a great team to work for, great team to work with. There's a lot of perks, it sounds like, as being a part of it.
Absolutely.
Excellent. So what are some of the things we should expect to see from you through the end of the year?
Well, hopefully we can hurry up and get that win, get us into the playoffs. We got our stage win now. We've been knocking on the door for weeks and weeks and weeks for a win, and we just can't get it. But we got our stage win, so that's one check off the list. And we're getting closer and closer. We're starting up front every race, further towards the front. So we're doing everything right, even in all of this adversity. So hopefully, even though we probably ruined our best truck last night, I'm hoping that we'll still be able to run up front and compete for the wins and get us in the playoffs and compete for that championship.
Excellent. I love doing this because I think it's funny. Let's hear your Micro Machine Man impersonation as you spout off all of your sponsors.
Yeah, absolutely. Really big thanks for Safelite, Alpha Energy Solutions. They had about 4,000 people in total here to the race the other night. And all of our supporters that endured the weather, 3 to 4 hours of sitting out in their cars and tailgating, just to wait to come and watch us race at 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night, not getting home until 1 in the morning and having to go to work the next day. That takes some real dedication. But we have some amazing sponsors. Between Alpha Energy Solutions, Safelite Auto Glass, Toyota Racing Development, Thor Sport, Passport Health Plan. We just have some really cool sponsors that have been making this all happen for us.
What do you feel differentiates Toyota from, say, the other brands?
Well, for one, they run their own motor program, and they put more into this racing program than any other manufacturer does, I feel like. And that's what I've seen. And that's why I'm proud to be affiliated with Toyota. They've been a family to me, and they've welcomed me in like none other. And I think that's really cool. You don't see that with other manufacturers.
Excellent. Well, thank you for your time, Ben.
Thank you.
Excellent.